the other thing, though, too, is with characters like Sonic, people underestimated this character for such a long time, and then once we started going into the Wi-Fi era of tournaments, Sonic and Ness characters started making such huge waves.
Yeah.
And even then, that has carried over in tournaments. We've seen people like TonyZTank, Sonics, as well as Supergirl Kells really make a name for themselves.
Wow.
And already Best Ness, or Sen, excuse me, showing his prowess on this character, getting that down air spike.
This coverage is actually, like, nuts. The fact that Sen threw out one PK fire and it connected. So the timing was already amazing, and then that led into 80 damage of just advantage state from Sen.
80 damage of advantage state, no less. But also, Tony has to be very careful how he recovers that yo-yo at ledge.
It's true.
Death.
Low recovery is not going to be super safe here in this matchup.
Hey, maybe even standing on stage isn't going to be safe because he just got back aired. Loses that first stock.
Yeah, this is a great start for Sen here. And this is exactly how the pace needs to go for Sen to maintain control of this set. Because Sonic is a character that plays really well with the lead. Not so well behind.
Not so well behind at all. Definitely has, I would say, a bit of that Sheik-esque to it. Really great from advantage, disadvantage, though, and behind. Really stack up.
Okay.
Maybe recovering a little too
overestimating the length of the air dodge there, or just pulling the trigger a little too early. Not going to grab ledge. That's going to be an unfortunate, maybe forced error since there was a spring. You probably what probably happened there was Sen buffered and air dodge trying to avoid the spring.
Probably.
Could have made that back, but Tony placed that spring in a way that was going to make it difficult for Sen to get past. So forced error.
Forced error, all good. Already stacked up to 101%. One thing I've been noticing is with Sen is anytime Tony charges the roll, you see Sen jump up in the air and PK fire.
Yeah.
So that's been something I've been noticing, and it's caught Tony a little off guard, but also Tony, just to show his prowess and his high level of play, is starting to catch on to that.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a timing mix-up Sonic has. So if Tony just pays attention, once, you know, that PK fire connects, I don't think we're going to continue to see that work.
Definitely not. One thing we are seeing working, though, is Tony is holding on to this stock for already 155, but the one thing is he's holding on to it, but he's not getting any real damage. He hasn't, like, done any damage, I think, in the last, like, 45 seconds.
Sen has been pretty untouched. Like, 46 is not a lot, and dash attack should... Okay,
oh
I thought that was going to kill, actually. That
definitely will kill.
Tony holding on to stocks for respectable lengths of time here, but yeah, this is what you need to do. You got to pressure Ness off stage, get these clean back airs like Tony's starting to do, and then turn. Oh my!
That didn't hit.
Cheating death.
Oh man, that forward smash, one of the best forward smashes in the game for a reason, because it sends you slightly forward when you do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you wind back, so there's the hitbox shifting, and then the hitbox is further out than everyone expects it to be.
Right.
Not a lot of cooldown either. Really strong option there. It's a miracle that Sen managed to drift away from that and still grab ledge.
But that also goes to show Ness of his floatiness and just his air drift very strong. And on top of that, too, you have that air dodge, which maybe is a little
There you go. That was some great pressure from Tony, forcing the air dodge there, and then punishing the directional that comes afterward.
Sen just felt, it looked there, he just was not very comfortable in that situation.
Sen starting to cook there, getting the down air, waiting for an air dodge to try and get something really cheeky. Gonna get, no, able to air dodge out in time, not gonna get hit with the up air.
Just a little too slow.
We are at death's door here. Tony's got to make up a big deficit.
But Tony, I like what he's doing. He's running to the side of the stage, not engaging with Sen directly, only doing it when he sees something that is worth chasing, respecting the PK fire, respecting Ness's aerials. Ness's aerials, some of the best in the entire game, I would argue, just due to their sheer kill power and the fact that many of them are multi-hits. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, misses.
Misses the grab.
That would have spelled doom. Sen probably kicked himself a little bit for that. I mean, he's at a very comfortable percent lead, but you don't want games to go on longer than they have to. Nair, that should be out.
That Nair. Oh, man, that was a really great fighting spirit from TonyZTank, though. Yeah. Not to underestimate that. I mean, it looked a little shaky at first, but started kind of coming back in, finding his own footing, and respecting Ness a little bit more, starting to adapt to that PK fire.
Yeah.
But just Sen, I think, had just a little bit more of an advantage in the sense that he was controlling the air really, really well.
Yeah.
But we're going.
Sen's timing was really on point that entire game. And that's something that you have to be prepared for when you fight Sonic, because so many of the interactions you're going to get against this character are very split second. You need to pull the trigger at this moment or you'll miss your chance. You have to stuff out the spin dash or punish something immediately after, or Sonic's going to escape. So the fact that Sen was able to connect so many of those hits so consistently over the course of that game, I think speaks really well about his familiarity with this matchup.
Which I'm not sure if there are any Sonics in Utah, but I imagine he's had to fight plenty of them over Wi-Fi and also over the course of Smash 4 as well.
Very true.
So, and that's showing in dividends though too, but TonyZTank not making it easy for him. Stacking up 65%, not a bad deficit. Oh, great spot dodge.
Barely missing the grab there. That near the edge of the stage might have killed, but the back air trade not going to go in Tony's favor there.
Yeah, it actually, you saw it slightly, just maybe slightly misspaced it and just got smacked in the mouth with that.
I like the timing mix up there on the homing attack. That is something Sonic has at his disposal.
Oh my God, the patience. I love that interaction from Tony. I liked what he was going for. He was trying to wait it out. He knew Sen wanted it, but Sen was one step ahead of him.
And you know what? You know what makes that so good? That's not something Sen has been fishing for.
No.
That was like, I'm going to pull this card out now because I haven't played it and you're not expecting it.
Yeah, and we've seen him maybe go for,
That's done. Yeah, I was going to say, that angle, too bad. You lost your jump. Wow. That was rough.
That was an entirely different game, too, than we saw in game one. I feel like after that spike, it really, that got in his head. But also, the thing is about that, though, too, when Sen was going for those like downers, he was fishing for it a little bit, but he wasn't doing it too much. He was mixing up, like, okay, I'm going to do this, but now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ledge trap you, I'm going to attempt to ledge trap you, I'm going to cover all of the options before I decide that I'm going to commit to this one option. Mark of a great player, really great showing. And TonyZTank, we're going to see going to Town and City.
All right.
Bit of a bigger stage, more breathing room for Sonic.
I like this counter pick. I think this will work out well for Tony. Plus, you get some platforms to run away from. And just relieve pressure on. Sonic can get across space horizontally and vertically really quickly if needed. But yeah, no, this is working out. We have a % lead, and that's what Sonic needs to really thrive as a character. So Tony, if Tony can just hold the fort, hold the line, then we're in a really good spot to see more games in this set here.
In a very good spot to see more games, and I would love to see more games. Two very talented players in their respective. I know people don't relatively like fighting Sonic or don't see him as necessarily fair or kind of lame, but the fact is with characters like this, if it wins you games, do it. You know,
I don't think anyone calls Sonic unfair.
No,
like
never.
He does what he does. It's not like random or like cheating. Right? It's just Sonic plays differently than a lot of characters, and that is one cool thing about Ultimate. It affords people lots of different ways to play. It accommodates different play styles, and when you see them mesh like this, it's fun to see the sparks fly.
And it's fun to see people finally get that character, finally see those results like TonyZTank that we have, especially over the Wi-Fi era too, bringing out some new characters that a lot of people weren't really crazy about at first.
It's true. Yeah, and you know what? Quick side note, we've seen that a lot with a lot of characters that were really amazing in Smash 4, and people kind of dropped off and started Ultimate.
Yeah.
Sonic, one of those. We are seeing a better game than last game for sure. Tony's lead kind of evaporated there when Sen got some pressure with the yo-yo, but we're still on even stocks. We're able to get back. That's very fortunate that it didn't shield poke.
Yeah.
But, intercepting the homing attack. This is a good edge guard opportunity for Sen.
And the one thing we've seen Sen not go for very much is that yo-yo, but goes for the nair. Unexpected for sure. Oh my god.
Why rely on a yo-yo when you have telekinetic powers?
Yeah, when you can just spin
clearly the superior option.
Look at these.
All
Look
right.
at those combos.
Send is ready for the set to be done. That is what that spike says. But the spring intercepts the PK Thunder too, and that cuts the distance. Very smart stuff from Tony.
Very smart stuff. A lot of people don't know that. Okay. A lot of people don't know that that move can be slowed if it is interrupted
If it
by a
hits anything.
hitbox.
Yep. Good matchup awareness there on Tony's part.
Yeah.
But we're still behind. This is absolutely within the realm of possibility. But Tony is going to have to start converting these spin dash approaches into a lot more damage to actually make this work.
Right.
Because if we get a back throw at ledge, that's curtains. Obviously, it's difficult to grab Sonic, but
Back throw at ledge at curtains, or we'll just get the back air
throw
at
at
left
center.
stage,
Yeah.
and it'll be curtains. So really great job to Send. Great stuff. Tony, for me, I think he was doing a good job in that game of spacing and trying to respect the space. Maybe what ended up happening is Send just got in his head and was able to read exactly what he was going to do.
there were a couple instances of mental damage there.
Yeah.
I feel like Sen had a couple moments that would have shook most competitors' composure.
Yes.
A little bit. Just enough to give him some more opportunities to capitalize on that. That might have been part of it. I think another part was just Sen was really ready for all of the timing mix-ups that Tony brought to the table.
He was.
Yeah. And if you can't use those timing mix-ups to find openings as Sonic, then you're going to lose the percent war, and your kill power is nowhere close to Ness's.
Yeah.
So that's a recipe for success in Sen's book, and that is exactly what we're going to see there. It looks like right